If someone is still telling you that we are still in a bullish real estate market, that is complete bull because the market may have peaked in May. Yes, it was very bullish in April and May, but that is no more. I'm going to show you what is happening in July so far. But let's see what happened in the first 5 months of the year. From January to May, sales actually jumped up 190% and prices jumped up 16%. Now, some of it was seasonal because spring should be busier than winter, so there's that. But a lot of it had to do with Bank of Canada saying we are going to pause the rate hikes. So a lot of people took that as maybe, hey, maybe this is the bottom of the market. And a lot of people who needed to buy, they bought. But there was some FOMO going on. And a lot of these social media ads creating urgency, that didn't help the cause either. But from May to June, the market started declining. Sales actually went down 17% and prices only went down 1%. Prices are always the last thing to fall, and I will show you in just a second what stats to keep an eye on if you want to know which way the market's going. So prices are still doing okay. So if you're a seller, there's no need to panic. You'll still be okay if you put the house up for sale. Houses are still selling, but it is nothing like what was happening in the month of May because these are the July stats so far. This is the first 16 days of July. And just to keep things fair, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the first 16 days of July to first 16 days of June and first 16 days of May. So if you look at Halton, for example, in May, the first 16 days, they have 549 homes sold. That's down to 266. Pretty much every single region has been cut by half. So sales are down about 50%. Toronto is actually worse. It's less than 50%. It's more than 50%. Sales are down 809 so far, and back in May it was 1842. So you get the idea. The market has been going down since the month of May. Now there are other stats that you can kind of keep an eye on. So if you have an agent, keep in mind real estate is very hyper local. So when you watch the news, oh, Canada's up 10%, Canada's down 7%. That's all of Canada. That does not apply to your city, your neighborhood. Even within the city, there's 50 different neighborhoods. So some are always doing better than others. So what you should do is you should, find an agent who is going to be honest and say, hey, you know what, send me weekly stats, send me monthly stats. Now, if I can do a bit of a humble brag, I did say a couple of months ago that summer will be slower. And if you have been on the fence about selling your house, maybe sell sooner than later because the market is changing. So here are the stats that you should kind of keep an eye on for your local market. Like I said, don't pay attention to all of Canada or even all of Ontario. You'll just get confusing information. In your local market, what you want to see is if these categories, the numbers are going up, that means the market is slowing down. And these numbers are going down, prices will be last. If these are going down, that means the market is slowing down. If it's the opposite, that means the market is picking up. Let's say, for example, if you are starting to see more and more new listings pop up, things are sitting on the market longer, like days on market, you have more than 1 to 2 months of inventory. You even have price changes, like people pricing, dropping their prices. That means the market is slowing down. And if the market is busy, it's the exact opposite. So this applies to buyers or sellers. I think it's useful for anyone, if you're thinking of buying or selling. So what you want is you find a good agent and say, hey, you know what, send me market updates for this neighborhood. That way you can stay on top of the market, because by the time you get to prices, sometimes it's too late. You might have missed the market. Now, big disclosure, please don't take this as financial advice. I'm just a random YouTube real estate agent, but I love working with stats. So I just present the stats, but I'm not like an economist or financial, whatever, planner even. So don't take it as financial advice. Do your own research. But yeah, if you need help buying or selling, or if you like market updates for your neighborhood, you can call or text me here. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.